Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shemel, Shabbat, Shalom, Kakadash, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, The IUIC. The IUIC teaches the Sabbath is based upon a new moon, but doesn't teach it. How about that? And I'm not going to curse him out on this video, unless the Spirit jump on me to curse him out, but I'm not going to curse him out. There's been a big controversy with this was as of the year 2016, October, November of 2016, when the bishop, I don't even know if he was a bishop at that time, maybe he was an elder or something, but he had got like a new revelation, and he brought it before the congregation concerning the new moon being the full moon. And as usual, the number one camp that jumped up and rebuked him for it is a camp known as GMS. So we would go back and forth with them, and there were certain individuals, I don't know the number, that wasn't feeling it, and they eventually left, or they became disenchanted over the new moon as the full moon. I remember going back and forth with Deacon Athan, I don't know where he's at, and he said, we were going back and forth on the comment board, and he said, I hit him with maybe 2-3 scriptures, and then he said, well, see, Bishop Nathaniel, he got 20 scriptures. Well, you can teach somebody something wrong and have 20 scriptures backing it up, but not understand them scriptures. Hey, when it says Jesus wept, people can say, well, he really didn't weep. And to prove that, you got to show me 20 scriptures that he wept. I believe that's in John, but it's also in, I believe, another part of the scriptures. I believe that's John 11:33, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody they can put it up on the comment section. I'm not going to look for it. But it's written 2 times. You're not going to find 20 scriptures on Jesus wept. Well, he didn't really weep because there's only one scripture on it. Well, sometimes that's all you need is one scripture, or two scriptures, 3 scriptures. And a lot of you people that don't understand the scriptures and don't, it's the Spirit is not on you to decipher scriptures. You get a teacher. Scriptures say teachers having itching ears. And they'll bring out a bunch of precepts, and 3 of them might be on point, but the rest of them are garbage. But you don't know. You take notes, you memorize it, and then you regurgitate it. Like I said, I'm not going to curse out IUIC in this one unless the Spirit jump on me. So here I'm at, and their Passover is going to be at the end of the week. I believe it's going to be a Friday and a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And ours was just past, so ours is very close to theirs by 2 weeks. We can say 2 weeks. So you got new moon, right? Okay, you got a welcome home booklet. But this is one of their pages, I guess their official page. And then on this page you can find the Passover, and they gave you the date of the Passover. It's not, it's not. We got the secret information on. No, it's in the public. Anyway, it says new moon observed on the first day of each new month, in accordance with the lunar calendar. The lunar calendar. So they just said that they're dealing with the lunar calendar. But the only difference is they're saying that the new moon is the full moon. I'm going to show you that it's not. Now, I was listening to IUIC, New Jersey, I believe. I'm almost positive, New Jersey. And you had an individual, I guess it was about 60, it was live. So I took a picture, I took a screenshot. It was about 62 minutes in. And I don't know if it was exact at 62, but if you go to 60 minutes in and maybe 65 minutes, maybe 70 minutes in, he made a statement because he was going through when the Messiah was on the cross and how many days they were on the cross. And then he said that because they're going by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're saying that the Lord he died on a Wednesday, he was buried before that Thursday. And I think in the calendar you had the 14th day, the 15th day. And he rose on a Sunday. No, he rose on a Sunday. So they're going back and forth in scriptures to justify. So he started saying, well, the Christians teach that he died on a Friday and raised on a Sunday. That don't make sense. Because the scriptures say, and on the first day of the week. Well, they said the first day of the week is Sunday. You see it on the calendar. You see it says Sunday. That's the first day of the week. It's on your Gregorian calendar. So the last day of the week is a so-called Saturday, which is the seventh day, right? So they're saying that Sunday is the first day of the week. The scriptures say he rose on the first day of the week, and on the first day of the week, Mary and Martha. Was it Mary and Martha? Mary, two Marys. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to look for it. And as a matter of fact, let me do this. See, we're analyzing a lot. I was reading this. Now, demons tell truth. Spiritual demons tell the truth. Read this account right here. The woman, okay, right here, it says this Acts 16:17. The same followed Paul and us and cried, saying, these men are the servants of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which show unto us the way of salvation. Who is speaking? Oh, the girl was speaking. Nope. It was a demon. It was the demons or demon that was speaking through her. Because it said, because Apostle Paul rebuked the demon, and it said he left. Let me find that. Okay. And he, the demon, came out the same hour. Let me start at the top. 18th verse. And this did she many days. She made the statement, these are the men of the Lord come to save the world. Wasn't her speaking. She didn't have no information. It was the demon that was on her. But Paul, being grieved. Now, why would Paul be grieved? He's getting free advertisement there. And said to the spirit, not the girl, not the woman. Let me come over here. I'll get back into the subject. It came to pass as we went to pray, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her master much gain by soothsaying. Now let me look at the word suit. Let me look up the word soothsaying. Divination, soothsaying. Look up the word suit. I might go to look up the word divination. So the demons praise people. What did the demons say to Sceva? He said, I command you to come out, merely paraphrasing, in the name of Jesus, whom you learned from Paul. And the demon said, Paul I know, and Yahushua I know, but who are you? He said, no, them's my people. The demon said, I fucks with them. The demons tell the truth. Wait a minute. To act as a seer. And seer is another word for prophet. Deliver an oracle, prophecy, divine. Because the demons can see in the future too. All right? So I'm all over the place. I'm in another subject, but that's all right. But as you can see, who was praising Paul? Paul and the men that was with Paul. I believe at this time it was Silas. Yeah, it was Silas. It says it's in the 19th verse. And the woman said, this the damsel, the girl said, these are men of the Most High. They're coming to save us. They're coming to save. So she was obviously an Israelite. But it was actually a demon speaking through her, so you can understand. So demons speak through people, and demons can lie, but demons can also tell the truth. Demons on the left-hand side can also tell the truth. Sometimes them Edomites be telling the truth, man. Jake be lying their ass off, man. When Edomites used to come up to the camp and we used to go back and forth, them people were honest, man. Them devils are honest. So anyway, what did I say I was going to go? See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you all over the place. Anyway, let me get back on track. Well, let me just go right into it. Oh, you know what? I was going into Yahushua being put on the cross and dying, and the brother from IUIC Jersey said that he went into the time period that he was put on the cross, and from the 6th hour to the 9th hour, and he did say the 6th hour to the 9th hour represents 3 hours from 12 noon to 3 o'clock. So the brother said he died at 3 or somewhere around there. It could have been an hour later, but it was still daytime. Remember, at that time I was doing the Passover, and the sun was going down at that time, 6:30ish, 7 o'clock. Okay. So he died, and there had to be enough time for his body to be taken down, for it would be given to the authorities. For Joseph of Arimathea, which was a disciple, came to ask for the body, so he had to speak to Pontius Pilate, and then they did a back and forth, and it was still daytime. Could have been 5:30, because they had to bury him before the sun went down. So Pontius Pilate was somewhat of a just man, because he cleaned his hands of it. He said, I don't find no fault in this guy. We don't know if Pontius Pilate was a Jake that had that position, or he was an Edomite. We'll know in the kingdom. But so let's say he died a minute after three in the day, 3 p.m. Some time went by. Joseph Arimathea, and then he finally got Pontius Pilate granted him the body. He got the body. They had to prepare the body. They had to move quick, and they had to put him in the tomb. So what the brother said from the IUIC, and you go look at it yourself, go to IUIC Jersey, and I'm going to confirm it. And I believe it's around the 60-second mark, but it's into the 60-second mark. I don't think it's anywhere between 60 to about 70. He makes a statement. He speaks about the time of darkness for 3 hours. And then he said that was an eclipse. That's what the brother said. He said that was an eclipse. Now, what type of eclipse? There's only two type of eclipse. The one that's coming up next week, this next Monday, 7 days from now, is a solar eclipse. Solar eclipse move quick. That's why I show you the map. You have a certain amount of time to look at the solar eclipse before it moves to the next. You're going to have people following the solar eclipse. You're going to have people following it. So a solar eclipse can be 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It can't be hours. But a lunar eclipse, the longest lunar eclipse is for 3 hours and 40 some odd minutes. 41 minutes. So that's almost 4 hours. Solar eclipse, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't even think a whole hour, but I got to do the research on it. But clearly, a lunar eclipse is longer in duration than a solar eclipse. So the brother from New IUIC Jersey, he said that was an eclipse. He didn't say it was a lunar or a solar. If you do some research, I'm a bit of an expert on it because I did so much research. If you do some research on the eclipses, you understand that there's two types of eclipses: solar, lunar. Lunar is always longer. Longest lunar eclipse was almost 4 hours, 3 hours and 40 minutes or so. And everything goes dark, and it's in the daytime. So he made my work easier, because they could have said, oh, no, that's not an eclipse. The Most High just made it dark. So the dude said, the IUIC from Jersey brother said, it's an eclipse. Being that it was 3 hours, it was definitely a lunar eclipse. And a lunar eclipse, correct me if I'm wrong, is when you got the sun, the earth, and the moon lined up, but the earth is in the middle of the sun and the moon. Solar is when you got the sun, moon, then the earth. So we can only take it that the brother from New Jersey said it was an eclipse. So the scriptures say darkness fell on the land for 3 hours. Esau would say logically and scientifically, oh, that was an eclipse. Eclipses only occur on a full moon. Yahushua represented and the brother from Jersey tied in that Yahushua was a Passover lamb, because he was born on the Passover and he was crucified on the Passover. And he ate the Passover with the disciples, the apostles. They captured them that night, the 14th night going to the 15th. They beat them, they judged them. And they said, we got to go hurry up and crucify this guy now. Everything happened quick. Remember, the brother said that was an eclipse. We know it had to be a lunar eclipse because it lasted for 3 hours. A lunar eclipse only occurs at a full moon. Do the research. Let me say it again. Yahweh Shai just finished eating the Passover meal. That was what? 14 days at evening. What was the starting point? The first day, it was a new moon. So what a cycle or phase was the moon in? The moon was dark. So I clearly explained it. Now, they're going to watch the video, and Bishop Nate is going to watch the video, but because of his pride, he's not going to see it. And that's wicked. That's evil. Bishop Nathaniel told Sam Kestenbaum, he said either one or two things. You're either stupid or evil. Like if you're going off on it, you're just stupid. Or you're evil. You know what you're saying. You know you're pushing a lie, so that makes you evil. You're playing stupid. And I know Bishop Nate is not stupid. So he's evil. If you can't get this with this video right here, you the devil that the Bible speaks of. Straight up. So now we're gonna go to new moon. And you can watch these. Well, this is a video. You can watch this and I don't gotta analyze this. I'm not gonna, it's hard. Maybe if you analyze it, maybe you might see what Nate's been saying all these years. I absolutely not. New moon. Check this out. New moon. All these scriptures are scriptures pertaining to the new moon and their feasts. Let me ask a question to y'all out there. Is the regular Sabbath a feast? Yes, it is. Is the new moon a feast? Yes, it is. Is the Passover a feast? Yes, it is. There's certain feasts that you have that are not, Sabbath. They're feasts of enjoyment. Like Purim was a feast. You didn't have to stay away from your woman. It was a day of enjoyment. Like let's say Vocab Malone dropped dead and we set up a day. He died on this day, so we're gonna, not saying that he's gonna die, but so we're gonna celebrate every year. We're gonna go, okay, he died on the 20th of the third month or whatever. That don't mean, well, look, this is a Vocab Malone dying day. You know you can't have sex. It ain't a Sabbath. It's just a day. Purim, same thing. You partied on that day. Certain days was solemn because they were Sabbaths. Stay away from your wife. When it says follow the Sabbath and keep it holy, what does it mean keep it holy? It means keep you holy. Come not at your wives. Because what did we do when we were back from Israel? On that Sabbath morning, you went to the temple and you read from the Torah. So how you gonna go in the temple unclean? You unclean when you lay with your woman. But they teach that you can have sex on the Sabbath. When the Sabbath says follow the Sabbath and keep it holy. That doesn't mean put it in the box. Well, the Sabbath is in that box. Don't touch it because you're going to make it unholy. No. When it says keep it holy, it means keep you holy. The Most High told Moses, for 3 days come not at thy wives. That meant they were clean. Anyway, let's go to these scriptures So they're telling you by these scriptures that the Sabbath, every regular Sabbath, I'll call it, is always based upon a new moon. I'm not going to read this. It says the new moon is the full moon, which is totally wrong. I just explained it. I can turn this thing off now. The new moon was made on the 4th day of creation. The moon rules the night and is for signs and seasons. See what they don't say. Okay, well, if that's the case, if the full moon came on the 4th day of creation, then you're gonna be off on the Sabbath. If it's the fourth day in Genesis 1 has nothing to do with the 4th day under the Gregorian calendar, and each day represented 1,000 years. That's in 2 Peter 3:8, I believe. Now it said, now watch this. The feasts of Yahweh are seasonal, kept according to the new moon. Except the Sabbath. Where's that in the scriptures? Where's that in the scriptures? Now watch this. I'm going to show you that they just went off. It said the feasts of Yahweh are seasonal, kept according to the new moon. Now let me read Leviticus 23:1. And then I'm going to read it, unless they got a different, just to say I'm not, well, they're dealing with a different Bible than what you dealing with. It's Leviticus 23:1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, they were in the wilderness, by the way. They didn't have no Egyptian calendar. They didn't go by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They didn't go by the Egyptian days of the week, because the Egyptian days of the week, whether you know it or not, is 3 weeks in a month and 10 days in a week. So they wasn't following that. So the calendar that the Most High gave them was a calendar in the sky, the moon. Everything is done based upon the moon. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the son, the word there is sons of Yasha'Allah, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahweh, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, meaning to call in the people. Even these are my feasts. 3rd verse. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. Isn't that he tells you these are all the feasts. The first feast is the Sabbath feast, which is weekly. So when the Sabbath was coming in, you prepared the food before the sun went down and you ate. New moon, you did the same thing. So when it says 6 days shall thou work and work be done in the 7th, what's the starting point? Did they have a calendar? If you think for a minute, unless you're fucking stupid, which I don't think so, or evil, if you got to put that pride away, because that pride could cause you to go to hell. You know what I mean when I say hell? To the grave. Remember what happened to Tazadaki? When Tazadaki did his madness, who was the number one camp that was getting on him? It was us. It was us. So when it says 6 days of work be done in the 7th, okay, brother, get that calendar that you got from 7-Eleven. They're in the wilderness. They got a 7-Eleven with an Arab in there, man. 2 Arabs. So I want to buy you want the calendar? I give you calendar. In the wilderness. They got 7-Eleven. They got Taco Bell. They got Burger King. You see how stupid you motherfuckers sound? I'm making it crystal clear. That was a demon that gave you that vision that the new moon is a full moon. Now, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I can even go deeper. Let me jump the gun. Oh, right here when it says in its perfection, it decreases. That means a full moon. That means that's 2 weeks into a new moon. So David, and you know what? They're not going to get it because they're instructed not to watch. Look, don't watch no Joe's GMS videos. So nobody's going to get it. If they will watch it, they will say, this makes all the sense in the world. I got to go to Bishop Nate and tell him. And Bishop Nate is going to watch it because he watches all our videos like he told Ricard and myself. I watch all your videos. This was years ago on the phone. We spoke for about 10 seconds. I said, get the phone back to Ricard. I don't want to talk to you no more. Here we got to have a meeting. I said, we ain't having no motherfucking meeting. Okay, so this is 1 Samuel 20, verse 24. So they're telling you right here that this page right here, entitled New Moon, they're telling you when the new moon comes in. I mean, when they're telling you when the new moon comes in. And if they did have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the wilderness, that means there's got to be evidence of them, Moses walking around with a calendar. And you got these, well, even scholars, Edomite scholars don't even teach this nonsense. So David hid himself in the field. And when the new moon was come, the new moon, what was the new moon? It was a feast, right? The king sat down to eat meat. The food was already cooked before they timed it, before the sun went down. When the sun went down, they ate. And the king sat, which is Saul, upon his seat, as at other times, even upon his seat by the wall. And Jonathan, or Jonathan, arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty. Nevertheless, Saul, 26 verse, spake not anything that day, for he thought something hath befall him. He is not clean. He is not clean. That's the only time you don't come and sit down among people, because you got to be clean. Surely he is not clean. If you come up before a dead person, you're unclean for 7 days. A woman's on a period, you're unclean for 7 days. You go next to a woman that had a period, you're unclean until the evening. You have sex, you're unclean. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the 2nd day of the month. The word for month is moon. So what day was it on the Gregorian calendar that they got from 7-Eleven? What day was it in David's time when they had the 7-Eleven calendar? They didn't have, they didn't have 2 goddamn calendars, nigga. They had 1 calendar, and the calendar was up in the sky. The feasts of the Lord are seasonal, kept according to the new moon. Why is it in parentheses? Because they just added to the scriptures. They just added to the scriptures. Except the Sabbath. The first feast mentioned is the Sabbath. The most important Sabbath was the new moon Sabbath. Passover, 14-day evening, is a Sabbath, and it actually falls on the 7-day Sabbath. Like I said, ain't nobody gonna come to Bishop Nate. Oh, I watched the video. Hey, brother, you know, Tahar, he did a video. He broke it down, brother. We got to change it, man. We got to change it. That's not gonna happen because they're as I said, I'm saying it again. They're instructed not to watch our videos. They call them window shoppers. I guess they're getting on them. Comfy and them, ICGJC, they was telling don't watch them other videos. Don't watch them GMS and all them other IS. Don't watch them videos. You know why? Because you'll get some ideas. So nobody is going to watch this video that I'm doing right now. Bishop Nate might watch it, but Bishop Nate is gonna get mad and he gonna see what I'm saying is the truth, and them demons are gonna be riding his back and saying, Tahar be going off, man. That nigga be going, that light-skinned nigga be going off, dog. So anyway, I broke it down. I made it crystal clear. Crystal clear. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.